Alright guys, I'm gonna give you a Kozmo deck profile. This deck is 11 and 1, 11 games won, and 1 game lost. So that means I won 5. Well, I won all my matches, so 6. I won 6 matches. Well, it's only at a local level, but I feel like this is really consistent build. Only lost 1 game to Necros because Necros can actually just search anything they want, but I did win against 2 Necros. I actually won that match too, so let's just get right to it. Farm Girl, staple at 3, self-explanatory. Just gonna give you the basic 12. If you're playing any other ratio, then you don't know what you're doing with Cosmos. You just have to run them like that. The best card of the format, in my opinion, right now. Well, because of Northern, Instant Fusion, whatever. It's Triple Maxi. This card now, I feel like it has to be at 3 in your deck, in any deck. Maybe not every deck, but I feel like in Cosmos, it's at least in Cosmos, it's a mandatory at 3. It's just too good. As you guys watching this video, or if you don't know, this card just when the Instant Fusion, they have to give you a +1 already, and then they just have, if they want to like go for other plays, it just makes them question the plays, and they just like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you draw off the maxi. I'm gonna stop and let you go. And when they do that, you pretty much already like, you just like stop the plays and you just go off on them. Like this card just stops people. Gets Burning Abyss. It stops them from making Dante. It's just too good. And then I play 2 Jurghetto and 1 Ghost Ogre. 2 Jurghetto is fine. I don't like the third one because it can get cloggy. There was times where I would draw this 2 Jurghetto and no Cosmo stuff, so you can't win in a Cosmo deck without drawing Cosmo stuff. So 2 Jurghetto is fine. Rank 4 plays, boost your thing for 1,000. It's a pretty good card. And then 1 Ghost Ogre. I pretty much replaced the third Jurghetto with the Ghost Ogre because I missed the synchro plays. There were times where they had a full board and I could have went Black Rose, but I didn't have it in deck, and I just missed it like a lot more than I thought because I actually cut it for the side. Because there were times where like, oh, if I know they're gonna have stuff like that, like in the mirror match, if the mirror match you make this with you make Clear Wing with this, Forerunner's a mandatory effect, you know, so you negate it, you gain 28. Now they can't get over you unless they have Honest. So this is a good card in the mirror for BA, I guess. It's just the single plays are really good. It's just the one off. You don't need more than 1 in my opinion, and the 2 Honest, of course. Light deck, you need Honest. First I wasn't maining Honest because I like the Moonshield card, but that's just like, it didn't advance my game state. And then of course Triple Cosmo Town. That card is like the best card in the deck. I won because of it. I had 2 Farm Girls in hand. The Necros player had Exciton, Unicorn, and the one clown that you pay 1,000. And I sent 1 Farm Girl to deck. I drew Regeki, and went off. He didn't have Valk in hand. Emergency Teleport at 3, self-explanatory. 2 Dark Hole and 1 Regeki. I feel like you have to have that in deck. You just want to clear the board at all times. And you know the Rio VP right here that won me my game on Friday. Regeki. The 1 Book of Moon. You don't have to main this card. I like it because at my locals I see a lot of Majesty's Fiend, Vanity's Fiend, and anything, and then Burning Abyss is really good. And then you just flip a construct or something, or flip a construct or flip a window, and you just like crash over it, I think. Yeah, that's what I have it for. 2 Galaxy Cyclone. This deck doesn't really need to get rid of stuff really quickly game 1. If they have lose a turn, well then you can just like wait a turn. I'm pretty sure this deck has ways to like stall for a turn, and then you just banish it to pop it. But this card is just really good against, because it has double usage, you know, for people that main like lose a turn or skill drain, and you could just use this to pop your field spell and get a search. That's why I have it there. Game 2 or 3, I really look at this card aside, depending on who I'm playing, but it's pretty good. Then the 1-0s traps. Well, not Mirror Force, not a 1-0. This is a 1-0. Bottomless. Yeah, this the 1-0s they're 1-0s for a reason. They're just really good. And then Mirror Force, Stormy Mirror Force, and 2 Finish Chain because Trishula is a thing. These 2 cards actually won me a game. When I was making the deck on Friday night, I was debating if I would put these in or put something else, like maybe avoid trap holes. But then I decided that not to because I feel like Mirror Force and Stormy Mirror Force is probably the best bet. This won me against the game against Clownblade. He went for all the plays. The reptile dude that searches another reptile dude, and he made some other stuff. And then I just flipped Mirror Force, and he just couldn't come back from that because the deck once it goes ham, it doesn't go ham again. And then the Stormer Mirror Force. This honestly won me 2 games. And against Necros and Shadal's. Shadal's had Shiganaga and the 19 beater. I couldn't get over it with Farm Girl at least, and I just flipped this. Went back to hand. He had a set Falco because this was game 3. Game 3, he had a set Falco. I flipped a Shadow Prison Mew that had set. I attacked into it and I won against Necros. He bricked, I think, and he had 2 clown things in the field. I don't know their names. Yeah, I flipped this, went to hand, a Farm Girl effect went through, and then I just started getting the upper hand. So that's the main deck. Play 41. I feel like I can't find anything to cut to make it 40. I feel like the deck is already good because it has a little bit of everything to answer to everything. And then I'm gonna side with the side deck. 1 MST. Sometimes you do want the clear, the fast clear, so I have it. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and mainly because I can't afford the Galaxy Cyclone, so I don't want to get it. I feel like 2 is already enough. But the 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, bring Bish it all, 2 Titan Space Holes, Kozmo Mirror Match. When they banish their Farm Girl to do the summon another one. If they're top decking, they summon the little one. Like if they have no cards in hand, you summon a Forerunner or a Slip Rider. It pretty much GG because it shuffles it back to the deck and we pretty much win. 2 World Decree, Stellar Knights, anything that runs back row. The 3rd Phoenix Chain. If I feel like they have too much, if they're big monsters or they have too much effects and I ain't trying to deal with that, I'm like, nah, nig. Phoenix. Fairy Wind. This is my 1 tech card in the side deck. I feel like when people know they're playing Cosmos, they automatically side in like Lion Prison Mirror and Pretty Iron Wall. Most of them don't have that Chivalry card, that quick trap, the counter trap card. They just have the back row. So you Fairy Wind them, burn them, and then they're like, okay, now I can play. It's only at 1 because I have the MSD too. I don't side it in game 2 if I know they're gonna side because usually I like to see whether they side in for me. So, but when I figure that out, I just if I'm like, they don't really draw into it or they don't really have they don't side it in, then there's no point of siding in this game 2 if you don't know if what they're gonna side in for you. Like let's say you have a Fairy Wind and all they sided in for you was like that counter trap card, then this is just dead in deck. So it's only a game 3 card, I think. And then I sided in 1 mistake for Necros. This actually won me a game. He let me go first. I drew into this the 1 out of 41 cards I had in deck. I drew this turn 0. I set it, flipped it, and he just scooped because he had nothing. And then double Mind Crush for Necros and Cleaford, I guess. I'll tell you guys in a little bit what I side in for each matchup. But yeah, 2 Mind Crush, 1 Microcosmos for Ignites, and 2 Retaliating EC. Okay, so let's say I'm playing Burning Abyss. I'll side in automatically, like no questions asked. 2 Imprisoning Mirror and maybe 1 Macrocosmos. That's about it. I don't like putting anything else, cause well, this I put this in, and then I put in one MST because I know they're gonna automatically side something in for me, so I just like having the extra board clear. That's what I put in for BA, and I think I side out like the Mirror Force and the compul, and the compulse, yeah, and Winter Ghetto. I don't take out the Galaxy Cyclones because there's still gonna, it's like game 2 and 3. You can't really side in. You can't really side out your back row hate in Cosmos, you know. So you can't. So then against Shaddolls, yeah, to retaliate, because this card lets you search maxi. Like I feel like this is, you have to side this in against Necros because you can't be like really countered, because most of the people that play against us, or when they expect side against, they expect back row like Mistake and everything like that, Mind Crush, so they put in the Danko and the MST. But this, you can't really do anything unless you put Mind Crush, and I haven't seen a Necros or Shaddolls that actually have Mind Crush in the side. And then I put in the 2 Mind Crush, and that's about it, and the 1 Mistake. Sometimes I only put one of these in. Like I play this because I don't want to draw into too much side. Like I have really bad luck with side. When I draw side, I draw everything, and when I don't draw anything. So this is fine for. And against Shaddolls, to retaliate EC, Shadow Prison Mirror, and then depending on how I'm feeling the deck, I put in the 2 time space. You send the construct back to the extra deck. I might take this out or put this back in. Like I might play one and 2 shadow, or two time space and 1 hole. And Cleave Forts, just Cleave Forts, man. Like honestly, Cleave Forts are honestly not a thing anymore. Stellar Knights though, I guess. I think Stellar Knights are more respectable. Probably Warrior Decree. And then probably the Microcosmos. Well, this kind of contradicts each other, so I probably wouldn't play this. I would play probably the MST. That's about it. Back row. And now the extra deck. 1 on our arc, 1 Exciton, 1 Diamond Crab King, Castell, Tellarknight. I don't know how to say that dude's name. Diamond, Big Eye, Abyss Dweller, Hades, M7, Draco Sack, Red Ice Flare Dragon, cause for the lulz, Black Rose, Clearwing, and finally Virgil, cause if you can guide Dante through the Burning Abyss, he can guide me undefeated at locals, and he has. So, and you can actually make him in the deck too, so it's okay. So pretty much everything here is standard. You don't really need all of this. Honestly, the only card you probably need is 101, Exciton, and Flare Dragon, I guess, and Draco Sack. I don't think you need any of these actually. You could just, the deck just wins on its own. Like you only go this with a burn, and then like you go into this if you're behind the mirror match, and then Virgil if you're just like, you know, Virgil, the nigga Virgil, just too good. And that's about it for the deck profile. Like I said, the deck's 11-1, but undefeated. 11-1, undefeated. If you consider, if you want to matches, I guess undefeated. I don't know how to say it, but it's 11-1. Really good deck. I like it. I feel like this is probably the build, the real build, because I had plenty of builds before. I had like the Sacred Sword build where you have Gorge and everything. I don't like that build. I had the deck with upstarts. I don't like upstarts. That Trap Tricks one. I feel like this one is the real deal right here. It has answers for everything in the meta right now. Well, that's the deck profile, guys. If I get enough views or likes or dislikes, I don't care. I'll make a deck profile with the updated stuff, and I'll probably make more videos like pack openings, because I do buy a lot of packs. Other deck profiles, maybe my friends' profiles. This is my first actual video. I've never actually considered doing this, but it's pretty fun, I guess. So might as well do something while doing nothing, right? So that's Cosmos. Alright, thank you guys. Catch you next time.